If you want to get 540,000 magic XP an hour or 300,000 an hour while fully AFK, then I can show you how. With the nerf to the Chambers of Xeric method, all hope seemed lost, but thanks to Dantes Limbo, one-tick splashing is now back on the menu. The link to their video is below. This method involves entering the Tombs of Amascut and starting with the Path of Scabarus. Once inside, you can make your way to the obelisk puzzle. While attacking an obelisk, there is no attack delay, which means you can cast a spell once every game tick or 0.6 seconds. You can do this yourself with just access to the Tombs of Amascut and a basic splashing setup. However, if you want to make it AFK, you're going to need a Ring of Suffering and a regen bracelet at minimum, and if you have a hit points cape like me, then bring that as well. Then just get as close to this setup as possible. Granite helm, legs, and shield, as well as a fighter torso, and of course a smoke battle staff. And you're obviously going to need a fat stack of runes for whatever spell you're going to be casting. With this setup, we want to be as tanky as possible because of the scarab spawns. More on that in a bit. The optimal setup costs around 30 mil, but you can always sell all the stuff back when you're done. And like I said earlier, you can get away with the basic starter splashing setup, but it won't be AFK and you're going to have to eat often. To get started, head on over to Tombs of Amascut. I'm going to be using the Quest Cape teleport to the Legends Guild and taking the fairy ring using code AKP to the Necropolis. If you use this method, note that the shortcut requires 62 agility. Once you're there, form a party with no invocations, enter the raid, and then go into the Path of Scabarus. Solve a puzzle if you need to, and run beside or behind a pillar. The room spawns are randomized. Sometimes you can get behind a pillar, and sometimes you can't. If you want to reset for the best possible room, then you're looking for this room setup, a northeast obelisk puzzle with access behind the pillar. This room took me about 5 minutes of resetting to find. This particular configuration has the lowest odds of a scarab spotting you, but it still can every once in a while, so if you're worried, you can set up HP alerts through RuneLight. Also, if you have trouble with the puzzles or you've never done TOA before, you can install the Tombs of Amascut plugin from the RuneLight plugin hub. It will show you exactly where to stand for all the puzzles. Now onto the XP gains. With stun, you can get over 500,000 XP an hour, 540,000 to be exact if you don't miss any game ticks. To accomplish this, set up your user interface like I have mine now on screen. Go into your settings menu and click display. Then from the drop-down, select resizable modern layout. Holding down your Alt key on your keyboard, you can now click and drag elements of the user interface. So just drag your spellbook on top of the pillar so that stun is right there. Now open the settings menu once again and search keybinds. Set your spellbook to F1 or whatever key you want to. You can now use your keyboard to repeatedly open and close your magic book. Now just spam click stun and the pillar like it's a big titty arty night on world 330, and you're going to be raking in magic XP like a guy with a really big rake. With Fire Strike, you can get 69,000 XP an hour for the low cost of only 3 GP per cast. Fire Bolt is 135,000 XP an hour. Fire Blast is about 207,000 XP an hour, and with Fire Surge, you can get a little over 300,000 XP an hour. I haven't tested Fire Wave, but we can just assume it's in between Blast and Surge. While you're in the Tombs of Amascut slapping that pillar like Phil Swift slaps flex tape, these little scarabs will spawn and attack you. I think they can max like a 5 or a 6 with this setup, and your Ring of Suffering will slowly kill them. Then you'll regen back up with your brace and your cape. You can get unlucky sometimes with non-stop spawns of these guys, and you'll have to reset, or if you aren't paying attention, you're just gonna fucking die. But sometimes you do get lucky and they won't find you for almost an hour. Now let's get a little mathematical. This is a one-tick method, and there's 100 ticks per minute, which means there's 6,000 ticks every hour. With that said, we can easily calculate our cost per hour using this method. Fire Strike only costs 18,000 GP an hour. That is insanely cheap. Fire Bolt clocks in at 600,000 an hour, Fire Blast is 1.2 mil an hour, Fire Wave is 1.7 mil an hour, and Fire Surge will set you back 2.3 mil an hour. And finally, casting Stun, the highest XP per hour, but not at all AFK method, only costs 1.2 mil an hour. That's fucking nuts considering it's over 500,000 XP an hour. Jagex is 1,000,000% Delaware Detroit Smash going to nerf this method into the ground or completely remove it. So do this immediately if you don't want to miss out. Just beware that smoke battle staves are going through the fucking roof in price right now, or I don't know, they might crash, what do I know. Just get your ass on over to Tombs of Amascut and get 99 magic in a day with stun or fully AFK with fire spells. Anyways, I'm Potioncastle. See ya.